everyone. I want to show you what you can do with the epoxy resin. This is one of my paintings I did. And also note what I'm going to show you here. That right there is part of an acorn nut. So I took it apart, let it dry, and then what I did was, see how I did that? Is I painted them. Just a great addition to a piece of art. Also, these are crystals from when I went digging up in the mountain, and I used those as well. Now, for this part here, making the sand, I used off-white paint, the acrylic paint, and I added salt. And then afterwards, I don't know what it is with me and glitter, but I use glitter just about on everything. It just, I don't know, it makes things look really nice. So I did this, and actually this design here with the colors in the back, I got that idea from another painter online. But I just went and did my own thing afterwards. So that's what I did with this one. Now on to this. I just painted that. That's just something simple, but I did that. And then I started on another one. I drew this design, and it took me about 2 weeks on this because I had to draw the design. Then I used, of course, I used the gold leaf. And then right here is where I made a mistake. So I haven't finished this part yet, but I noticed the epoxy resin had dried funny in this one spot. So I went over it and just did a tree with the puff glue that you use on shirts. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't done anything yet, but I'll show you later when I do fix that. This ended up being really pretty, I think anyways. So let's walk over here, and I'm going to come down here. Now this may be ugly to some people, but I just tried something different. And also on this one, I used the epoxy, but I used old stamps and just kind of put them in there to make a design with the gold leaf once again. I used the gold leaf on real leaves. So that's what I did with that. And the silver in the background is the you can get them in sheets of silver, and you can get them in gold as well. But what I did with that is I put a layer of glue. I just covered it in the background. Then I put the little squares on there, let it dry, and then I rubbed it off just as a different design. I mean, it looks okay, I guess. So down here, this is one that I got an idea from a lady on here, and I just did my own on that. So I kind of cheated. I'm a little copycatter on that one, but I did it my own way too. Down here is the same thing in the background with the foil. I did that, and once again, as you can see, I used the gold leaf and the epoxy resin. This one here is not finished, but it's going to end up like the first one that I showed you with the sand as in the paint and the salt, and then just the mixing of the different colors as well. Up here, this was like one of my first ones I did. It was a long time ago, but it turned out all right, I guess. Same thing for the background. And this right here, I ended up doing by using just like it was like a big circle of cardboard. And I just traced over that and did that in the background. But I did, once again, I used the epoxy resin, and I mixed different colors, letting them swirl and go all over. And it ended up being pretty nice looking, I think, in the end. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the background just all black, but who knows. And then here's another one I did for my son. Not quite done. He wanted mushrooms, so I did mushrooms. The epoxy resin is on there as well. And then I also did the glitter, which I told you I do that glitter a lot. But it just makes it such a beautiful design in the end. I just did that. Not sure what I'm going to do with that background. I may just spray to make a little hint of shine to it, or I might just leave it like that. So that's about that for those ones that I did. And I do have the leaf that I started in my very first video. So I'm going to bring you over here. And that's what the leaf ended up looking like. I like it. I'm going to do a few more and put them up on the wall. So thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions on how to do something, just hit me up and I'll be happy to give you guys any other types of ideas that I know. You guys have a great day. Hit that like button.